Okay, hey y'all, so this kind of asks for tease advice, so I'm going to tell y'all what I did to study for it. I'm going to tell y'all what I did to study for it and pass my nursing entrance exam, which is the T7 exam, okay? So to get accepted, I got a 72% and I only needed a 65%. So first what you want to do is look at the requirements for the nursing program you're applying for because that's going to tell you what score you need to get on your test. Okay, so first I would say to focus on science because I think it's the most difficult portion of the test because the math is really basic. For math, I only used Jakara Lewis and I just kind of used it for a refresher. English, I used Nurse Chung and that's it. I didn't study for reading. So for me to study for the science portion includes anatomy, biology, chemistry, and scientific reasoning. And so I would go into ChatGPT and I would tell it to give me a study guide for the nursing T7 entrance exam, and then it would give me a list of all of the things that are on the science portion of the test. So when it would give me the options, I just went through each system one by one. Don't try to cram everything into one study session because it's going to be too much for you. So I would say start studying about 2 months in advance to give yourself time to really lock everything inside your head. That's what I don't think you should start studying like 2 weeks before because I always see people say they start studying 2 weeks before and I think that's kind of unrealistic. So no. So I would say go into ChatGPT and then you'll type, you'll go and study each section one by one. And then after I finish studying, say for instance, if I say give me a study guide for the science portion respiratory system, it would give me the study guide, and after I finish studying it, I would write everything down on my notebook from ChatGPT. I would write it down in my notebook, study, and after I study it and I feel like I know it, then I would tell it to give me a quiz, and I would say, do not give me the answers. So I would take the quiz and see how well I did, and then if I would go back, if I didn't do well on it, I would go back and tell it to give me more. I would go back and study, then take the quiz over again with the new set of questions they gave me, and I would just do it over and over and over, like jam it in my head, like I was not playing, jam it in your head, because the science portion is really something else. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. The science portion is something else if you don't study for it. I had to take the test 3 times because the science portion was really killing me because I didn't know how to study for it, but I used ChatGPT and it really helped me a lot. So that's really my advice for it. I don't think nothing else on the test wasn't too hard for me, but the science portion was killing me. So I would say study the science portion the most. That's what I think was the most difficult. But that's my advice for them.